Hello, hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Hope you're doing well. Can you hear us okay? Can you see us okay? Got our comments on. We are coming to you from the Paper Crafters Workshop. You can tell by the green wall behind us that we are the green store, and that means go. Go, go, go for all your crafting needs. It has been a fun Wednesday, but we are here with you, and we've got 4 baskets of goodies to share with you, and actually 5 because there's a 5th one on the floor. Hey, Rosalind. Hey, Linda. Hello, everyone who is tuning in. Please drop a hello in the comments. Let us know where you are tuning in from. And if you are joining us on replay, that's awesome as well. Don't hesitate to still drop things in the comments because we can come back and answer any questions you may have. Are you ready? No paper this week, which is kind of odd, but I feel like last week especially,
Yes,
we had a lot of paper. So if you are waiting for some new paper, well, you can just sit back and enjoy the comedy show here and all of that fun stuff. But if you like stamps and you like dies and you like foiling and better press, and hey, if you like kits, then this is the place to be. Before I turn over here to our desktop, I just want to do one last reminder. Let me find the right screen here. Our Craft Around in-person event is coming up, not this weekend, but next weekend. And we are going to be closing registration on Monday. That is Monday the 13th, because we have to finalize our kits and all of that good stuff. So if you want to come and craft with us, make 5 gorgeous projects throughout that day, then make sure you get signed up. The afternoon session is the only session that has spots left, but we would love to see you. So please, please, please go and get registered for that if you have not done so already. All right, back to the beauty shot. Last night we talked about makeup. Tonight we're talking about beauty shots, but now we're going to flip over to our desktop, and Darlene's going to show you some stuff that maybe you've already seen because she did do a walkthrough of this release on Sunday. But in case you missed it, here is the replay. The live replay.
Yeah. So I am here with our newest release from Waffle Flower. It was launched on Sunday on the 5th, called Sweet Gatherings. There's a little bit of birthday, a little bit of, Thanksgiving. So let's get started. So, my bin. Let's start off with the postage collage. We have a new silhouette stamp set called Autumn Sunset. Love the features. Here's a little sample of that, using some of the, fall colors, the orange, the greens, and the browns. And instead of using black for the silhouette stamping, I did brown. So love how there are trees and mushrooms and pumpkins. Love the little maple leaf they have here, as well as all the oak leaves and stuff like that. But what a cute set. And it's mushrooms. We have lots and lots of mushrooms.
Mushrooms have been really hot for the fall.
Yeah. Next up is one of my favorites from this release. It's called the Table Add-on, the Table Runner. So let's start off with the Table Add-on Turkey. This little set has a little turkey where you can layer the legs and the wings, as well as the garnishes. So if you color it in with the leaf colors and the berries, you can make a really nice platter. I will show a sample of that in a second, but let me show you this whole set here. This is a table runner die. You get the table runner, you get the placemats, as well as the utensils. There's a small set and a big set, so like serving utensils. You have the plates and the designs of the plates. There is a little carrot here and 2 ways of napkins. This little piece over here is the decorations for the napkins, like, if you do those napkin holders and stuff like that. And then you have the cup and saucer over here that's covered.
Did you ever in a million years think you'd be buying a die that has a turkey on it?
I know, right? And it is a cute turkey. Here we have is a table runner, and this is a table runner pattern stencil. It has 2 different patterns that you can decorate your table runner for a different finished look. You can do a solid color, or you could do it with a little pattern. And of course, you can't forget the pie die. And, we associate Thanksgiving with pumpkin pie, apple pie, all these sorts of pies. But you have the nice lattice look to it, as well as the braided crust. And then all the, the whipped creams and stuff like that you want to add. which is really nice. So I can't find, I think I left my sample at home of the pie, but here is what the table set looks like. That is the little turkey. Love, love the turkey.
So here's my challenge to you. And if anybody watching knows me, you know I like Friends, the TV show.
Yeah.
So my challenge to Darlene, there is a Thanksgiving episode where Monica puts the turkey on her head with sunglasses and a fez. So my challenge to you is to make me a Friends turkey.
Turkey. Oh, okay. There are the challenges, and you know you could do that. But there, love the table setting. This one here, I just die cut the table runner in two colors, cut off the little nice scallop edge just to have that two-tone colors. And this one here, oops, I used the actual stencil for the table runner. Two different looks, but love how you can do little table settings, and it can be used for any occasion. I know they did it for Thanksgiving. That's where a lot of people do their gatherings, but of course you have birthdays and Christmas, or, you know, different holidays and stuff like that.
Well, the nice thing about this table runner with the stencil and the outline is you don't have to use it as a table runner. You could just use it as a border, or a decorative element on your projects, whether it's a TM page or a layout or anything like that. It's very versatile.
And you get the two different shapes because there's even that diamond shape too, which is really cool. So that is the table series. And then next we have the pumpkin time texture die. So this is a texture die that punches out the pieces, gives you a like this little background where it doesn't fully cut out the pumpkins. It does lift it so you can bend the corners, like bend the leaves, bend the pumpkin to get that three-dimensional look. And then you can pair it up with the coloring stencil and color your pumpkins and leaves to have that great look. So I'm going to leave this aside because I'm going to show you what you can do with that with one of the dies later on. And they also have another texture time. So now we're going into a little bit of birthday. Same idea. This is the cake time texture die. And this release came out with two different coloring stencils. One is the cake time stencils where you have different layers to color the cakes and the drinks. Oops, I have that upside down. And, you know, the confetti and the banner, that. But they also came out with this sepia color. So if you wanted to do a gradient look, if you don't want these like terracotta type look here, but really like that look. It's very different, but showing you different ways that you can color these with the stencil. And they also shared a little sample. It is also posted on our website. So here you could tell they use blue tones, and here they use the color tones. And if you have your phone ready and you want to know the colors they use, take a quick screenshot. But love how they always give us inspiration too for color swatches. So that is cake time. And we have Cozy Icons die. Cozy Icons die has all the leaves, the acorns, the mushroom, the little snail with the like the male, so snail mail, butterflies, and branches. And here you can see, oh, and it has the coffee mug that you can't see because it's right above in the packaging here. But what I love about these little coffee cups is that you can die cut the one with the pumpkin, or you can die cut the plain. So they give you two little options. That way it's very versatile that you don't have to use it for, you know, the autumn season, that you can do winter or any time that you want to use these little cups. And I will come back to that. So here's another sample where I used that set in the background, but I paired it up with the overlapping Your Die and stencil. These are very popular in all the waffle flower releases. We have the Your, so you are, and in the back is a stencil. So make sure you don't throw that stencil out. And I love how you can color that in. It has 3 lines for 3 different colors, but if you watch one of Sherry's live, she used that masking corner where you can actually change up and add multiple colors to it. Leaving those out because I did use quite a few sets in here. In this set over here, we use the new Fringe Frames die. It has that torn look, almost like a decal look. Let me see if I can bring it closer. Love that little finish. It has 4 different panels as well as the little tassels. As soon as I saw that, it reminded me of the Aladdin movie where the carpet ride because of the tassels. But love that new frame.
It makes sense. If you got a table runner, you should also have a carpet.
Right? And I'm thinking if you have a table runner, you can also use these as the tassels.
Oh, that would be really cute. Yeah.
So loving that.
I like
And
the little pumpkin on the
yes,
coffee.
the coffee cup, right?
Yeah.
And then we have the overlapping your additions. We have the stamp set as well as the bundle. And what that is that you pair it up with the die and stencil, so the your, and you can create more sentiments like you're the best, you're amazing, you're awesome, you're so cool, you're loved.
Thank you.
There you go. You are loved. Yeah. And then something that's very popular in the last couple of releases is their vertical dies. So we have thanks as well as happy. So you could use them with the your additions. And I love that you can cut them out. You can add a second layer to have that shadow. And this is why I left this here. But it's a quick way to just finish up your card. You just pop that up in the middle and you can call your card finished.
Very nice. And purple.
And it's, of course, right? I thought, did you not see the amount of purples we have there? And we also have these two. It's called Print Happy Die. So it has the happy in print font as well as the shadow. And then they came out with the script birthday die. So you have it nice cursive writing as well as a shadow. And you can pair this up with the vertical happy. So you can do happy birthday.
And if you're trying to decipher that, it's upside down.
It is upside down, yes.
Because I'm looking at it saying that's just not
weird,
right?
Right?
But we'll go like that.
And last but not least is the what do they call this set? It's called the Grateful Heart Sentiments. We have the standalone stamp set or the bundle, and you can create different sayings. So grateful for you, happy Thanksgiving, love and thanks, grateful for you every single day. Your kindness means so much. Blessed to have you. So great addition to the cards, and those were also in the sample. But that is it. If you want to see more, you can hop on Sunday. The replay video is in our page, on our page.
Go. Thank you, Darlie. So, gonna go back through the comments a little bit. We've got Linda saying, "What? No paper? Phew!" But Linda, let's be real.
I have no space.
Well, there's also that, but we also know that we can tempt you with dies and stamps and stencils like waffle flower. And then we've got the trio. So we had Linda, we have Faye tuning in, and Joan. These are our St. Mary's ladies. So hello, with big hugs from all of us here. And we've got lots of other amazing people tuning in as well. Sharon and Melissa, all the way from windy Nova Scotia. Thank you all for tuning in live. We really do appreciate. We know it takes time out of your day to sit and listen to us giggle and kibitz with each other and call each other awesome, but you guys are awesome too. So thank you for tuning in. I am here with a holiday collection from Hero Arts, and if you are a fan of the Will Ferrell movie where he is one of Santa's helpers, I think for trademark reasons we're not allowed to say what the movie is, but maybe this will give you a hint. So this is the Sassy Elf costume. There is a large hat, there is a small hat, and there's a couple of different pairs of boots. There is a feather. OMG, Santa. I think that's a quote from the movie. I will say that I prefer one of Will Ferrell's other Christmas movies, but I know that this is a favorite for many. There is also 3 different stamp sets. So this one is called Culture Stamp and Cut. So it's got the coordinating dies as well as the stamp set. And in full transparency, I do have some of these to make samples with. We just haven't quite found the time yet. So keep watching this space. We will have more samples coming. There is room for everyone on the nice list. It's just nice knowing we share an affinity for elf culture. And does somebody need a hug? So some really cute little sentiments. I especially like the maple syrup. Then there's candy as well. Did you read this one? The 4 main food groups: candy cane, candy corn, syrup, and candy. Absolutely. Yeah, I think this, okay, I'm going to put this one away. Then there is this stamp set here that's called Fuel Stamp and Cut. So once again, we've got the dies as well as the stamp holding the cookie tray. Santa is coming in Santa Fuel. This would be perfect for if you wanted to make a little card for Santa to go along with his little tray of goodies on Christmas Eve.
But a layout.
Oh, a
with your
layout
picture
would,
of the
oh,
grandkids or
that would be
kids.
perfect. Yes. And these are a nice size that you absolutely could use these on a layout. Personally, I'm looking at these hands and I can see myself making finger puppets out of them because, that's just how I roll. And then we have this one here. This is a better press plate, which can also be used for foiling. It is called Cup of Cheer letterpress and foil plate, and it's Santa's face as a coffee cup or a hot cocoa cup. It's got hot chocolate season. Reading cursive backwards is hard. Warm holiday wishes, fa la 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 latte, cup o cheer, and elf. No, I'll be honest. Okay, something fuel.
Oh, you can't even see it.
Yule fuel. Yule fuel. I'm like, okay, sometimes backwards is just hard. And then you know what? You need a little bit of snow in your life. This one is simply called Celebration. There, I'm guessing it could be used as confetti or as snow. Falling down, you can use it as a better press plate or a hot foil glimmer plate. I've shown you all the tips in the Back to Basics series, so go and check those out if you need some ideas on how to use that. Now, here's a woman that I love. I love her thinking. She has put cleaning on hold just to watch us. So thank you, Diane. I always love that little meme that says scrapbook comes after housework only in the dictionary.
Yeah.
So, all right, I can take those, Darlene, because you're up with Concord.
There's not much Concord left because people found it and it just flew off the shelf. So let's show you what we have still. So first up is, hold on, let me just sort, because we have Concord and we have Christina. So let me show Concord first. We have Jolly Saint Nick. We have the stamp set with Merry Christmas, Let's Be Jolly, Ho Ho, Santa Claus is coming to town. You're always been on the nice list. We have the Jolly St. Nick stencil pack. So this stencil creates the background as well as Santa. And here is the die to go with it. It also has a little speech bubble and joy. So this is Jolly St. Nick. Another one from Concord is the Joyful Wreath. This has been a popular one. We have this nice wreath with all the elements to create a three-dimensional leaf as well as banners. Here is a nice sample of that. Bows is an in thing too this time. And we have some nice sentiments to go on that little banner die in the set. Happiest of holidays, Merry Christmas, merry and bright, let's be jolly, warm wishes, joy, sending glad tidings. And we have some of Christina's line, Christina Warner. Oh, no, sorry. One more back to Concord. This is the Holiday Charm inlay die. So it's an inlay die that has all these pieces that you can paper piece back into place with different colors. So you run it with multiple colors and then you can do a little bit of puzzle piecing with it. And now to Christina, we have the Deco Star Easy Repeat background stamp. That's a very long title to read. It is a 6x6 stamp set, but a very nice background die that you can use on your card fronts, in your scrapbook layouts, or your, art journals and traveler's notebook. So we know that Christina draws a lot of her images and she does write all of her sentiments. And these poinsettias have been very popular. So she has a little bit more in her set. So this is called the Winter Greenery Stamps. We have, this way, we have the large poinsettia and then you have different stems. So she has it numbered 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you have a medium poinsettia. And thinking of you at Christmas, warm holiday wishes, wishing a joyful holiday season, happy holidays, Merry Christmas.
And is that her handwriting?
Yes, as far as I know, when she does her lies, she writes them and draws them. I don't know if it's hand drawn or she draws like Angie Blum where they draw on their tablet, right, which I don't know how they do because I can't even draw a straight line on a tablet. But you have the Winter Greenery stencil set. So if you don't like coloring with your coloring mediums, you can use your inks to color them up. And we can't forget the die that goes with it. So once you color everything up, you can cut them out. It also has all the little sentiment ones, so you can die cut those out, as well as some extra sentiments like joy, love, and peace. What a cute little set.
If you want ideas, make sure you go to Christina's Instagram. She always has lots and lots of posts about her collection.
Her YouTube channel too.
Okay, yep.
And a little bit more into the winter greenery, we have the background. So this is the background stamp. It is a 6x6 with the poinsettia and the greenery, as well as one piece. I keep turning it over thinking there's a little photo there, but maybe this one here. This is the stencil set there. The stencil shows you them colored in various ways. She did have one where she colored in blues, like blue tones, so that's pretty cool too. And of course, a die to go with the background and some extra sentiments. So Merry Xmas, warm wishes, happy New Year, Merry Christmas, and Merry and Bright. I like that. You don't see Happy New Year a lot. And here is a sample to show you what they look like. So it does cut out the font as well as the shadows. So you can layer them up for that bold statement. But that is Christina's line.
Lots of great goodness. And I will tell you, if you like Concord and Ninth and Christina Werner's stuff, nice. We've just placed our order for the October release. We actually got it in on time this time. And you're going to want to save your pennies.
Yeah, Darlene's been drooling over Christina's new release. It's like I want it all.
All right. I've got two last things to share with you. Linda says it's great for journal pages. Absolutely. And Joan says her housework has been on hold for longer than the video. Well, Joan, I give you permission to use our video as your excuse.
Have it on replay, loop. So you can
All right, we've got two new goodies from Hunky Dory. We could have shown these last week. However, we wanted to get some samples made because we thought it'll be a lot more clear for you to understand. Raise your hand if you love making fun folds and love making interactive cards without necessarily loving the math or the figuring out of templates and that kind of thing. Well, Hunky Dory has taken some popular fun folds and created pre-made card bases so that you can have the look of those fun folds without doing the hard stuff. And for someone who doesn't love math, this is totally in my wheelhouse. Let us start with the rocker card.
And they come with envelopes, so you don't have to worry.
That is a really good point. So you don't have to worry about how you're going to make it fit. The only thing you have to worry about right now is the Canada Post strike. So in the rocker card, you get 16 cards, and there's a whole rainbow of colors in this pack, and they come already pre-cut and pre-scored. So all you have to do is I try to do it very gently the first time until I figure out which direction everything needs to go in, like so. And then once you've got it figured out, you can then kind of push it gently into place. And voila, in mere seconds, you have a rocker card made. Now, these rocker cards, I mean, the whole idea is they're supposed to be like a rocking chair and they wobble back and forth. Sue kindly took some of these home and made some beautiful, beautiful samples here. So here is a fall vibes Winnie the Pooh fall one that she made with that beautiful navy blue background. The one thing to note is that the inside does, have that opening. That's how they get that flat format. So which one is it? I think is it this one? I thought, oh no, it is this. Yes, it is this one. So here's another fall one. But what she did, because there's really nowhere to write on the inside, she did a little flap here on that front of the card. So you can still write your message in there and have it.
She's channeling me with her flips.
She's channeling her flips and flaps. Now, I will say that sometimes, depending on how heavy your front is, you may have trouble getting these to stand. We're actually able to get these ones to stand. We had trouble on Saturday when we were looking at them. My thought is you could make yourself a little, just a strip that then folds in so that when it opens up, it's almost like a base that keeps these together. So make sure you do score them or burnish them really well with your bone folder. But how cute are those? And I love how she's really channeled the fall colors here with these ones. And then she also did a Christmas one.
So again, this one has that little flap. Did that first one have a flap as well?
No.
No, the first one didn't. But that gives you lots of space to write in. You could also make this a pocket and put a gift card in there. But just see how simple it is to decorate those up and makes it, yeah, see this one collapses a little bit. You really want to make sure you burnish that so that it stands nicely. But how much fun are these? So those are the rocker cards. And like I said, there's 16 different colors in there. They've all got a different foil pattern on it. And they really just look like you made something super complicated, and it's really not. So that's that one. And then the other one, they just call it a foiled kinetic card. Now, I'm sure this one has a fancy name to it. I'm not sure what it is. I almost want to call it a step card, but it's a little bit different. The same idea, you would just fold on, kind of follow the diagram and fold on those score lines to make your fun fold card. And another thanks to Sue. So here is another fall one that she did. Something stuck here like this. So she's decorated up the front. She's done a panel in the middle here that you can write on. And then she's added a little extra embellishment here. Darlene's going to pop in because there's silver and gold, plaids, polka dots, flowers, honeycomb. So lots of different patterns inside. This one also comes with envelopes, so you don't have to worry about how they're going to fit or how you're going to deliver them. Here's a fun little Christmas one that she made. And she said her biggest challenge was, in order to decorate these cards, you end up covering some of that pretty foiled decorative bit. So you can be really strategic and only decorate parts of it so that you can still see the rest of those images. And then this one here she did as a birthday card with the florals. And so what she did, she created that diamond here, mirrored it on the inside, and just added a little score line so that it can pull all the way out. Added a little border. So lots and lots of options. This one also has 16 cards. It doesn't really say how many of each pattern, but trust me, there's lots and lots. So if you are looking for some different looking card bases and whatnot, this is a really great place to start. And if you guys like these kinds of things, there were other ones at our supplier that we can look into as well. We just kind of wanted to test them out first. So they are lots of fun. Okay, folks. The next thing I'm going to share with you, I have been wanting to share with you for quite some time. And we were working on getting samples made. We were waiting for the right moment. And now that we are into October, now is the time to launch these. I'm going to start with the Halloween one because it is the most timely one. Here it is. This is not paper crafting. This is not stamps and dies. These are paint by layers craft kits. That's our sample one. So let me open up the unmade one first. And before I get any further, I will tell you that Our Little Makery, who makes these kits, is a Canadian company. I have been following them on Instagram for a little while and was all ready to place an order when I found out they were going to be at the Toronto Gift Show. And literally I said, "Hey, Matt, what are we doing tomorrow?" He said, "I don't know." I said, "We're going to the gift show." So we went and we met with the lovely owner, which unfortunately I cannot remember her name. She is a school teacher. So when she says that these kits are good for, I think it was ages 6 to 96, it's because she tested these with her children and her grandmother. So multi-generational concept here. What these are, and I don't know if you can see it very well here on the side. You know what? Where's one of the ones I'm going to make a sample of? So let's actually physically. So yes, there's hockey as well. It's okay. I can just break the plastic. Okay. So when you open this up, live unboxing as we speak, these are all in layers. So you want to be very careful when you are taking these apart. Try to keep them in order.
But you know what? If you're not sure or if you forget or whatever, she actually has videos. So every box has a QR code on the back that you can scan. It'll take you to a video on how to put it together. And what you do is you paint the different layers. Each kit comes with paint. So there is a whole set of paints here that you can use for this kit. There is a paintbrush. There is glue, which she told us absolutely is Mod Podge. So if you run out and need more glue, just go and grab some Mod Podge. There's a little applicator for applying the glue. And then some kits have this and some kits don't. It's a little stand. It's a little display stand that you can paint and put together. And when it's all stuck together, it just sits in there. The other ones that don't have this stand have a little hook on the top so that you can hang it on your wall. So you know what, we all have, you know, people in our lives that we need to buy a gift for, not need, want to buy a gift for, or maybe we just want something a little bit different. These kits, you know, really create something beautiful. I do have one at home that I'm working on a sample where I'm using paper in some of the larger areas instead of paint. So this is where you can really dig into your creativity, dig into your stash, and see what you can do with it. What else is in the box here? Well, there is a little guide to help you mix colors. There is a step-by-step instruction. Oh, looks like, did I already? No, that's the same one. There's only one. And looks like this one has 2 instruction sheets, just by mistake. One has the QR code, one doesn't. So lots and lots of help to show you how to put these together. We have had some samples made by our team, which we'll get into in just a second. But, you know, Christmas is coming. These would make ideal gifts for teachers, for grandkids, for, you know, even if you just want to have a crafting day with your grandkids, this is definitely something that people of all ages and all skill levels can put together. Donna's saying, you know, this looks interesting. Great grandkid kits, absolutely. And Linda says she's in trouble. This is a whole lot of fun. So I will show you first. We have Halloween. So we do have this guy here. Now I can't get the lid back in. Darlene's going to take it. This is called the Haunted Pumpkin Patch. And Chris very generously made a sample for us. Look how stunning. I just love the dimension to it. So she's used some gold paint back in there from her stash. You could absolutely get creative and use your glow in the dark paste on some of these. And then here's that little stand. So once it's complete, and you can see that the layers don't come apart once they're glued, that can just nest like so. I know it's hard to see from the top view, but that pulls that down. So that is the Haunted Pumpkin Patch. I will pass that back to Darlene. This one is called One of a Kind. It's a snowflake, and Sue did this one, correct? So Sue dug into her glitter and applied glitter as well as the paint. Now she did find with this one that the white, you did have to do a few coats. So make sure you allow yourself the time to do that. There's her little stand on the back and all of those paints. Isn't that pretty? I could see putting gems on this. And you can really be non-traditional. Like you get all of these colors. So if you wanted to do a purple one, you could. If you wanted to do a yellow one, you could. You could absolutely, or a green one. As I look at the green paint, you can absolutely mix and match all of those things to personalize it and make it your own. So that was One of a Kind. That was this guy here. We showed you the hockey one. Also for winter, we have the penguin. And this was Chris again, who put this lovely sample together for us. And he is darling. He is absolutely darling. So she's painted this with more of a vein of the Northern Lights in the background. I love how she's added some color to his belly. But by all means, like any kind of kit, you can follow the instructions or you can do your own thing. There is so much flexibility and so much
supplies in each kit that you can absolutely just have hours and hours of fun with this. All right, so he was called Penguin Shadow Box. I'll let Darlene get him back in the box. Finishing off our seasonal, we have two additional seasonal ones. We have the Magical Skies that has Santa going across the night sky over that little log cabin. And then we have Frosty. I am partial to a good snowman, so this one is ideal. And again, all of those lights. Imagine if you used glow in the dark on even just the yellow ones, just to give it that extra little twinkle. That would be so much fun. That's the labels for pumpkin. But wait, there's more. Those are the seasonal ones. Then we brought in a few others for the non-seasonal, if you want these to be all year round. So this one is called Lake Life. I have a girl. No, it's also because I have no willpower, Matt says. Joan's comment, paper crafters are spending our money. Yes, we are spending your money, but we're also giving you mental health and we are giving you fun things to play with. So Lake Life is especially, I love a good lake view. My girlfriend has a cottage. This will be an ideal gift for her. We have the bird. Now you can paint him as a cardinal. You can paint him as a blue jay, but don't paint him as a Yankee, please. And again, you could add some snow if you wanted to make him more wintry and have lots of, change your background. So that is a little different seasonal thing. Sharon is saying they would make nice hostess gifts. Absolutely. And it can work both ways. If the hostess is someone who is crafty, by all means, give them the kit. If they are not crafty, well, paint them up and give it to them complete. Either way, same for teachers' gifts, that kind of thing. At this time of year, as we start to head into the holidays, I think there's lots of potential for all of these. This is the one that I was talking about that I'm working on at home, where I've got some travel paper that I'm going to use in place of paint. I still will do some layers that are paint, but some of the larger areas, I think we could absolutely cover that with paper and create something really unique. And last but not least, because we know that books are trending, we have the book, My Little Book Nook. Got the books, we've got the window. I could certainly see myself curling up in front of that window, especially if there's a thunderstorm. I love a good thunderstorm. And
or the white stuff outside.
Yeah, well, shush. That sun is not showing white stuff. So yes, these are amazing kits. And I will tell you, even though we have a dozen or so here, she had so many more designs. So if these are things that you guys like, definitely we can explore other themes. If there are certain ones that you want, certain themes you want us to look for, we can do that. Carol's saying it's a great book club activity, 100%. So our little makery out of, did I say Edmonton? Is everybody out of Edmonton now? Does it say on the back?
Alberta.
So
Alberta.
close enough. Well, Edmonton is in Alberta. But lots and lots of great options as we start to get into that gift giving season. And that's it, folks. Did I spend enough of your money? Are you placing those orders? Hopefully you're having fun while you're doing it. Let's come back up as we say goodbye. Darlene's busy cleaning up behind me. It's been fun. We love finding these little treasures. We love supporting other Canadian small business owners, women, girl bosses unite. And hopefully we've got something that appeals to you. There'll be more next week.
Yep.
There's more coming. And
it's still crafting.
So we will see you. We will sign off for this week. Thank you so much for joining us live as you are watching us and not doing your housework right now. And if you are watching us on replay, still use us as your excuse not to do homework. Housework.
Hey, Homework.
the same. Homework. My kids say they don't want to do their homework. Anyways, have a wonderful rest of your week. Go enjoy that beautiful sunshine out there. And don't forget, we are open this Saturday. So if you need a last minute craft fix, if you need to go out for a drive on Saturday, knowing that you've got family stuff going on Sunday, make us your destination, and we look forward to seeing
Or if you need that turkey dye.
Or if you need the turkey dye to make place settings, that would be fun. All right, and we'll let Darlene go home and figure out that challenge I gave her. So much fun. All the good things. All right, everyone. Matt's saying land the plane, so we are out. Have a wonderful evening.
Bye.